Heroes and heroines of all ages. When the world tells you to get a life, you're always welcome to the One Up Block. My name is Dan the Man, your host, and welcome back to a brand new Let's Play. Today I'm going to be playing A Hat in Time, and I've been looking forward to doing this Let's Play for a while now. I've been looking forward to playing this game for a while now. I've followed it ever since its inception, or its conception. Whenever it was announced, I was already hooked on it, and I'm super excited to be finally being able to tackle it in Let's Play form. So without further ado, let's hop on in. I have a 100% complete file, so you know that I'm pretty good at this. So let's hop in and get to it, shall we?
Good morning, and welcome to yet another day of space adventure. You are only 5 light years away from your destination, home. The fuel tank is full and the ship is flying at full speed. Today's to-do list contains waking up, adjusting the engine.
And welcome to the spaceship. Welcome to the hub world of A Hat in Time. If you couldn't tell or you have no idea what this is a 3D platformer. So Hat Girl, which is our main protagonist, can run around, she can jump, she can double jump, she can dash, and she can also dash cancel. So that allows you to get some pretty good precision on your long-ranged jumping. Like you can redirect yourself after dashing, so you can get some speed, but then know that you can also have precision at the end of your jump. So that's pretty great. I absolutely adore it. This is her room. She has a sea of pillows, which if you run up here to this diving board, you can actually hop on in. Skadoosh. There's a little bit of camera issue there where it shows you, if you look at the right angle, you can see what's under the pillows, which you probably shouldn't be able to see. But what happens when you jump out, you actually splash the pillows, and it's super cute as fuck. Gosh, I love this game. I love everything about it, and I already can't wait for the sequel. Yeah, sequel. But you guys haven't seen the game yet. Or some of you probably have, but I'm just gonna pretend like you aren't because, you know, gotta pretend like the audience doesn't know anything. If you open this chest, you can get a piece of money, which is what that is. A closet. You only really wear one outfit, so that's a lot of room for skeletons. If you sit here, you can actually cause this auto camera thing to happen where it just kind of shows you a bunch of different angles of stuff. And this will happen everywhere you sit, I believe. So if you sit somewhere, you will go into this weird little mode where it just starts showing you stuff. So that's pretty cute. If you look up, you can actually see a little mobile, I think is what those are called. And it has characters that we will be seeing throughout the game on it, which is pretty cute. But without further ado, let us start our journey into this wonderful platformer. So our hub world is pretty barren right now. Hat Girl has a little, it looks like that's a GameCube because of the tiny discs. She seems to be playing some Dog Harvest Moon-esque game, which is pretty adorable. You're going to be hearing me call this adorable a lot. You can sit at her big chair right here. I believe if you hit it enough, it'll actually spin around, and it will go into that auto camera thing. So if you hit it enough, it'll start spinning. We don't actually have a weapon right now, so when you punch things, poor Hat Girl's hand will start hurting. We have a little cute little Roomba here. If you kick it, it'll start spinning out and be dizzy. But you can also land on top of it and ride it, and the poor thing cannot hold your weight because you're a biggin. Hat Girl can also crawl around. That's something she can also do. And if you dash and don't press any button, she just kind of sassily lays on the ground until you do something. You can't actually move right now until you jump. But let's go see what this monitor wants us to do. Well, something seems to be happening. If we press L2, that's what's known as a hat ability. Your current hat is the top hat, which is the basic hat, and it shows you exactly where your objective currently is. And this works no matter what. And if you're in an area and you are looking for the MacGuffin of the area, this will show you where you need to go. Also, here's a cute little animation where she takes out some dolls, makes them kiss, and then bashes them together. Hat girl, are you sexing those dolls? Because please don't. But it looks like we're looking to go home from wherever the hell that was. We need fuel, which is those things up at the top, which we have 40 of 40 currently, so that's good. We have all of our things. We can assume that the fuel is in here because it's a big clock. And it looks like our fuel is hourglasses, but let's go figure out what the hell this... What do you want, dude?
What is this? Flying boat? All boats need to pay toll in Mafia Town, even in space. Mafia come in to collect. Oh, rude! Uh-oh.
Poor Hat Girl. All of her fuel is now scattered across the world. But welcome to Mafia Town. And every chapter has a picture to go with it, which I find absolutely adorable. And just like Mario Sunshine, we get a little brisk view of what our objective is. One of the timepieces has landed next to a fountain, so that tells us where to go. Ooh, hello. You just got kicked out of nowhere. That seems odd. So you can do one of two things here. And you can do this, I think you can replay this level and it'll play out exactly the same, so you can get this trophy no matter what point in the game you are, you don't have to start over. You're supposed to go that way and trigger a cutscene, but if you're maneuverable enough, you can actually just get out and ignore it. We're not going to do that though, because plot, so I'm going to do it the way it's supposed to be, but in case you needed to know, you can actually sequence break. Hello, weird mustached girl. What are you doing? So it seems our first objective is to chase this little girl down, which would be weird if we also weren't a little girl. Come back here. Where are you going? There's a chest, or a safe, rather. Oh, did you just trip me, you jerk? How dare? How dare? How dare you trip Hat Girl? But this is a basic follow the character mission. She'll stop and wait for you. I don't know what the hell that was. That was a glitch. She will stop and wait for you to catch up, and if you press L2, it actually shows you where this girl is, so it's not like you can lose her too easily. But following her long enough will trigger this cutscene.
Hey you! Down there! Don't think I didn't see you stalking me! Us kids should stick together, not stalk one another. I mean, Mafia Town can be a really dangerous place. So what'd you say? Wanna join my little rebellion? Oh, by the way, did you have anything to do with the junk falling from the sky? Yeah? Yikes! Looks like you've got a lot of cleaning up to do, huh? Tell you what, come up here and I can show you where some of your junk landed.
Okie doke, and so we have our first task. We need to get up there and see what she wants us to do. Which, again, by the way, you can skip all of this. You know where your thing landed. If you just go explore the area, you can ignore this whole section right here entirely. So that's pretty neat.
Follow me, Rebel Squad.
I'm not your rebel. Along the way, you can actually start finding some stuff around the area, which I will start grabbing now just to get it out of the way. exploring this place. You don't actually have to follow the objective, by the way. You're not stuck to following and doing what they want you to do. Right here, we have something glowing with rainbow around it. It is a sprint yarn. This yarn is looking ready to sprint. Requires 2 yarns to stitch. Boop. So that's plus 1 yarn. Something to note about yarns is that they're not specific in the sense that you need a specific yarn to make a specific thing. Because you use these yarns to do... Well, we're about to find out here. Here's another one. Brewing yarn. Cook up mad concoctions. It requires 4 yarns to stitch. So now that we have enough, we can actually make the sprint yarn. So we got 2 different types of yarns, but they're not specific. Grabbing a specific yarn gives you access to make that said thing, which is a hat if you couldn't tell by this. So we can make the sprint hat right now using the 2 yarns that we found because we don't actually have to find sprint yarns to make the sprint hat, if that all makes sense. Equipping the sprint hat will allow you to sprint by holding L2, because L2 is your hat ability button. So as you can see, we're clearly much faster. You're going to want to make sure to grab all these green things floating around too. It's money, and it's very helpful for something in the long run, which I'll show off in a little bit. But for now, we probably should be following her. But just in case, I'm going to grab a couple of these yarns, because that's the point of the game, right? Playing a collect-a-thon, you want to collect all the things. We need 4 of them currently to get that other hat.
Hey, I think one of your junk pieces fell and smashed right into the market's fountain. Messed it up real good. When going over there, just avoid making eye contact with the Mafia and you'll be fine. Good luck, fellow rebel. See ya!
Okie dokie. So, we have our objective, we know where our timepiece is, and we know what it wants us to do. But for now, we're not actually going to go and follow through with the plot. We're going to be looking for collectibles and doing some side stuff that's not necessarily required to beat the level, but I'm doing it anyway because you get extra stuff for it, and some of it is related to the hats. Boink. Make sure you collect as many of these green things. I've said it already before, but I'm going to restate it now. Make sure you collect all the green things you can, especially in Mafia Town, because there's a lot here, and this is the level you're probably going to play around in the most. So while you're messing around and trying to come to terms with the controls and how to platform, collect all the green thingies you can. But here we have another brewing yarn. Not that the specific yarn type matters, as I've said before. Okay. Now we just need to find another yarn somewhere, which I'm sure there's one just laying about. In fact, I do know where the plot is. If we go around where the plot wants us to go, there is one of those saves. Or safes? Saves? I don't... It's a safe. It's a big... There's 3 colored saves here. And to open them, you need these vault codes. There's 3 for the blue one. There's 3 for the red one. And there's 6 for the green one, I believe. And the blue ones are all, like, right here. So, bada boom, 2. And the last one, 3. Hat Girl also counts off every time you collect one, and it's super adorable. You're gonna hear that a lot. This game is absolutely cute as fuck, and I love it. So let's open it, get ourselves a prize. It's a brewing yarn. And now we have enough to make the brewing hat. So, bada boom. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This is probably one of my favorite hats in the game, the brewing hat. Cook up mad concoctions. So while it's equipped, it's a witch's hat, so that's already cute. But holding down the hat button will let you charge up an explosion, and when you release it, it'll explode. And that's how you break all those boxes and stuff that have the yellow glow to them, like the barrels and whatnot. You'll see them as we continue to platform around this area. We're just going to do a quick sweep through and do all the safes, and I'm going to try and collect all the yarns if I can, but, you know, some of them are locked behind needing hats, because in this game, hats are your abilities, in case you couldn't put that together. And some of the yarns and collectibles in this area actually do require another hat, so we can't 100% complete this place, so we're going to have to do sweep back to collect it,
Hi
but
there, young one. I am from a faraway land. I've seen every corner of the earth, and now I sell tiny pieces of my discoveries. You may call me the badge seller, for I sell and trade badges. I can provide you with strong abilities and upgrades to your hat. If you have money, of course.
so this guy sells us trinkets that we can put on our hat to give us new abilities. Here we have Item Magnet, it automatically attracts stuff to you. Hover Badge, which automatically pulls out your umbrella before a deadly impact. So instead of taking damage from falling, you will actually pull out your umbrella to save yourself. Then we have the Mumble Badge. Plugs your ears, and now you can only hear vague mumbling. It says that they'll tell you that the badges that have flies flying around them are quote-unquote bad badges, but this one's not necessarily bad, it's just like preference. This turns the game into Banjo-Kazooie, essentially, is what this is. But I'm gonna go with the Magnet because that's all I can afford right now, so I'll be collecting money off-screen so you don't have to watch me do that. It's not actually that exciting to do. Boop. And there we go. This is the kind of thing that you can blow up. If it's glowing yellow, you can use the brewing hat to blow it to hell. Now what we're going to do is go do a sweep through and see if I can't find the rest of the yarns that are laying around about. Plus we have to go do the safes. So there's 2 more saves and then whatever yarns I can come across. Bada boom. I'm pretty good at platforming games, so this shouldn't be too difficult for little old me, but we'll see how it goes. One thing you want to be aware of, however, is when you dash, you want to quickly dash out of, or dash cancel, so you hit the wall and run up it, because if you dash into the wall, like Mario, she will bounce back and be hurt. I guess we need to put something here to open this, I have no idea. I don't think I've ever did that puzzle before, whatever it is. But I think that's where we need to go. So if we keep going this way, we should be able to find this place, which is exactly where I want to be. Bada bing, bada boom. Here's another ticket. Boop. We got the green vault code, which means the green vault is probably not far from here, and you would be absolutely correct. So stepping on them will actually show you where the things are, like what direction to go to find the things you need, so that's nice that it does that. It could be a little difficult if you're not good at keeping up with the lines because they will eventually disappear over time, as you can see there. But if you're fast about it, it shouldn't be too bad. And the last one should... oh gosh. When she says 5, it's so loud. I don't know what's up with that voice clip. Bada boom. More money. Got another yarn. Hello, hello. And this place belongs to somebody that doesn't like the Mafia too much. What was the town's name before Mafia? Bunch of question marks. That is a good question, but who is asking? There seems to be a hook thing there. You can probably assume we'll be grapple hooking to that sometime in the future, but not now. We do not possess that ability, so we're just going to keep going. There's also treasure chest in levels. Here we found a piece of a relic, which is important. That's another reason you want to be exploring these levels, is because you find these things called relics, and they're actually used to get more levels, I think. I forget what the relics actually do, but they are important if you want to see everything in the game, so make sure you're looking out for all the treasure chests. But it looks like we might be pretty close to done with this area. Oh, no, I see something over there. Hello, hello. You trying to escape me over here? I don't think so, mate. There we go. So many yarns. So I guess to try and simplify what the yarns do, the yarns are only... you collect the yarn to basically have the game tell you, hey, now you can make this hat. And that's all the specific yarns are for. So playing the game will still be able to find sprint yarns despite the fact that we have the sprint hat already. And we'll still find brewing yarns despite the fact that we have the brewing hat already. doesn't mean anything. They're just normal yarns. You can use them to make any hat. Don't worry about it. And here we got a new badge. The camera badge lets you take pictures on your journey. You can swap it out, but I don't want that right now. I want my magnet. I don't think we can actually make this jump. I've tried so many times to make that jump, but you cannot do it. Tis quite impossible if I do say so myself. Probably not. I'm sure someone out there has done it and has showed me up. It's about timing. That's how platforming works after all. You gotta be good at your timing. Ba-ba-boom. And this is an example of a yarn that we cannot get yet because we need something to do with this plank of thing that has a little ice thing on it. So we have no idea what that is, so we're just gonna ignore it. Oh, and I fell in the water. Didn't mean to do that. Hello, Mafia. Hello, fellow Mafia. And down you go. Down with the Mafia. Boop, boop. And badoon, give me all that tasty money, boy. There's a thing just hanging out. What is that? Ooh, it's another relic. If you're worried that these relics will be too hidden, or maybe they'll be annoying to find, don't worry about it. You'll get something later that'll help you find them. Just to set your mind at ease on that. Sometimes you'll find things like this, where it's a big ball of these. What I want you to do is when you touch it, you have to collect all of these orbs in order. And when you do so, it'll sometimes do something, but most of the time it's just to collect a bunch of green stuff for money. So that one did not do anything for us. That one didn't do jack shit. However, one of them, which is right here, will do something for us. So touch it and quickly grab all of these. Don't get hit by the enemies because we don't have a way of defending ourselves yet. And that will open this up and allow us to get yet another yarn. This game has more yarn than you actually need, which is super helpful. I love games that give you collectibles, but it gives you more than necessary. Because it's always annoying to play a game where they want you to collect something that's necessary for you to progress in the game. However, it's like specific. You have to collect this many. It's so much more convenient to have the game just scattered with a bunch of them. There's a treasure chest down there, but we have to do some platforming. Boop, boop. Hello. Doo-doo-doo. We got a token. The tokens are something that'll be used later and are not necessary in the slightest. They're only for cosmetics, which, you know, if you like cosmetics in your game, they do have that. But it's not necessary in the slightest. And we got another relic. An unknown relic. Might match the others. I think they all say that. Up. Up, up, up. Did I not finish this? Did I just pass over this and not actually do the thing? That's dumb. Oh well. Here we go. We got another token. Use it on the orb machine to gain cute rewards. So now all that's left is the red vault, which, if I'm not mistaken, is somewhere up here. Up, up. Yep. Up, 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 up. Platforming. All I know is it's back the way we came because we passed it chasing after the girl with the mustache. So if I had to guess, it's probably somewhere along here. I don't actually remember the exact route we took to get here. Oh, it's right here. It's across this bridge. There's also a yarn over there that I forgot to get. So this one's probably the easiest vault to do because all of the things are right next to one another. So boop, boop, and then the last one's here. Ta-da! Now give me what I asked for. More crap. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Continue, continue. So here you can see there's a piece of yarn up here that requires us to have some sort of ability to make these blocks appear. But you don't actually have to do that. If you're good at platforming like moi, you can actually pretty easily grab this yarn with very little effort. Boop. Haha. That's what we call sequence breaking, kids. So I think that's pretty much all that's important right now. We will be coming back here because I have to come back here for another yarn there. But, I mean, it's not absolutely necessary. I might actually... Since the yarns aren't 100% required, I might only backtrack if I need to. So, you know, if you wanted to see me collect all the yarns, I'm not going to because you don't have to. Doesn't count for 100% completion. But with that said, we can probably just end this place now, finally. We've got all the yarn we need, we got all the hats, we did all the saves, which are optional, by the way. I just wanted to do them anyway. So we can go complete everything. Doop, doop, doop. Oh, wait. We might have to come back to... Ow. Ow, I can't attack. You can attack, actually. You can do this homing attack thing by jumping and pressing square. But... Doo-doo-doo, we got a relic. Might have to backtrack to find the relics if I'm not careful. The first time I played the game, I kind of got the relics without even thinking about it, so I probably won't have to worry.
Huh?
Hey!
Huh?
I'll take you.
Huh? Oh.
Down with the mafia!
Okay, I'm gonna cut myself out there because I keep forgetting not to talk. She's so adorable, she shouted down with the mafia. But now we have access to our umbrella, which is our melee attack. It has a 3-hit swing, and we can hit enemies with it and knock them out. Or you can do what I said and do the homing attack, which does a little bit more damage, I think. Not that it matters, we're just trying to take him out to get the timepiece. And once the timepiece is activated, it does this cool effect around the area that the timepiece is at, so if you leave, you can actually see the bubble that she goes in and out of, which is really cool. I love this effect. I also think the audio deafens. Yeah, the audio deafens and it plays its own specific music for the thing. But without further ado... Well, looks like we have to talk to this thing. Power has been restored to the main hall. The chapter Mafia Town is now available. Good, so now we can actually go and pick to choose Mafia Town as a level. So very much like Mario 64, you pick your levels by going around the hub world to find them. As you can see here, this one requires 4 time pieces. I keep wanting to call them time relics. This one requires 14. This one over here requires 7, and that one requires 25. So, you know, it's very Mario 64-esque or any kind of 3D platformer, which is, you know, typical fare. Coming over here with our brewing hat, we can blow these up, that you can actually collect money from it, but if you talk to this, it's a small machine that takes tokens and gives gifts in return. Spend 3 tokens for a gift. We do not have enough tokens to do that, but that's how you get the quote-unquote cute rewards. We'll be using that later once we have more coins, but yeah, that was the first episode. We did it. But that's all the time we have for this one. A hero's work is never done. Join me again next time as we continue to tackle A Hat in Time. Later days, everybody.